Rick Without the K James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
All right, let's switch to the next one. If you help your partner grow, can you be upset if they outgrow you? We'll start with you, Rick.
I think the reason we brought up this question, right, is because I talked about I normally date younger women, right? And I feel like when I meet them, they don't know a lot of things about life. So I'm teaching them. I said it's kind of like finding an old car and putting that old car together and getting it just right and finding the interior you want, the radio, the rims, the tires, the paint job, and you get that all done. And then you find out from that, what are you guys doing?
Open it for me.
Jesus Christ. And then you find out at that point, somebody else comes and looks at your car and says, hey, I want to take the car from you. And that's happened so many times where I'm like, and she worded it in the point where if a person outgrows you. And I feel like that, and maybe even more so because you could talk about that next, Ronnie, is you met your wife when she was young, and then 12 years later, she ended up saying it was done. Do you feel like she grew and then wanted to leave you?
Yeah, I do, actually. With me and her, kind of what happened was, I was 40 and she was 21, and I really wasn't interested in dating anybody that young. However, she was, we worked side by side. She was really nice and kind of wore me down a little bit, and she was a really good person, so I felt really good about it. And I remember when we first got together, she had really bad credit. She had a bunch of credit cards. I helped her pay them all off. I taught her how to do her bills. Ended up helping her going through school. She actually graduated as an RT, and she couldn't pass her test. It took her about 4 tries, and she was ready to quit. And I sat her down and I said, listen, you spent 2 years going through RT school. Don't quit. Let's sit down and start studying. So, me being a nurse, I kind of knew some of the stuff. So I sat down with her and I studied. We studied for hours for a while. And I got her help, kept working with her. She passed the test. She wouldn't even continued on. She was so, upset from flunking the test if I wouldn't have pushed her. And I feel like a lot of life was like that. And then at the end, when we separated, I felt like one of the things I did was just teach her how to grow up and teach her how to be a better, stronger person. And, so I felt in a way, I did feel in a way like she, grew up and left me. I have to say though, dating someone such younger than me, I always felt it could happen. Because I always thought that one day I was going to wake up and she'd realize, shit, he's always going to be 18 years older than me. So, it's okay when you're 20 to 38 or something like that, but when you get to where you're 32 and he's 50, or you're 45 and he's 63, that really starts to, he starts to become way too old for you. And I think that's where things changed.
What was your 2 cents about this yesterday? You said you were going to give a shout out to everybody, remember? Y'all remember that line?
No.
You said, I want to, all them bitches that are now dating my ex, I want to. You don't remember that?
Okay, that wasn't really an outgrowment.
No.
So helping your exes grow in ways. There are certain ways to help your exes grow. It can be financially, can be like sexually in the bedroom. Like my ex, my very first long relationship. Shout out to all the women that he's been with now. You're fucking welcome. Taught that dude how to eat pussy like a pro. So helped y'all out in the long run.
You gotta fucking love him, right? You gotta fucking love her.
Yeah, he didn't outgrow me though. I outgrew him, but I'm happy I taught him that in the long run. That was all I had to comment on.
Yo, it's your boy Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up on.